Hello, Monsters Abound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 18 of my Malekith campaign, and we're killing more Marauders. I know. It's fine. There'll be some variation soon, I promise. So we have Morathi Granite Stance with her new name on foot, leading her troops here. She now has Hold the Line, which increases charge resistance and leadership for units within 40. And she's also got, what was it? Sandal Die, there we go, so that increases melee defense and leadership for units within 40 meters for 15 seconds, which is pretty good. Burning Head going off right through the centre of the army. It's not as effective as when they're actually engaged in melee, because you don't tend to get as many units caught in it, but I just like using it to freak them out. Talking of freaking them out, Malekith's force has arrived. Some Marauder units have peeled off to deal with this. These chariots were going to charge into the Black Guard, but decided not to, and then decide to. But don't get very far or do very much damage. We got some Marauder Horsemen over there, and some Chaos Warhounds have already been driven off. Malekith is going to breathe into the middle of this troll. They've got quite a few Chaos Trolls here, and that breath attack should do some damage to them. Got some chariots hitting some Black Ark Corsairs, just kind of ploughing their way through the unit. These guys here are the lucky ones. Got some Marauders now hitting in line. Morathi holding against the Chaos Troll charge, and actually does pretty well. Normally that would have broken like quite a way through. But with Morathi there, these units are holding firm. Got some more chariots on the right flank and Dark Riders over here. Trying to get the Corsairs so they don't get caught by the chariots. Fadriel dropping a Burning Bolts directly on top of some Chaos Trolls. Doesn't seem to do very much damage, but they are just slightly taller than the Dark Elves around them, so we can just shoot them in the face with crossbows, which does do quite a lot of damage. And those Trolls decide to run away. However, with regeneration, they will be back. Malekith is flying over to lend some support, but then spots the enemy general. So decides to make a little detour to eat him first. This flank over here is looking a little bit fragile, but Hagrid's going to chuck a fireball in there, and that's going. Holy crap! That did a huge amount of damage. Jesus Christ! Do not mess with a half-dressed pyromaniac. They just literally the worst. And with that fireball and Hagrid charging in herself, that has routed the last few remaining units. And we've managed to kill even more Marauders. Makes a nice change. Right, well that should finish off them. Let's take the slaves. Oh, I forgot to go through all of my cities and set them to no slaves. Okay, so we've got an overseer. That army is dead. Right, we don't want slaves. So we want slaves at the Iron Mountains. That's where we do want slaves. Everywhere else, no. I wish it was like a default you could set. Overall, not bad. Okay. Malekith has got a skill point, which is... Alright, he's level 34. I mean, the Winds of... Do I want the Winds of Magic? Not really. I don't think I'll waste a skill point on it. Wound Maker, yeah. I mean, speed, not so much. Defense, well, they give me 12 defense at max level. More casualties post-battle. That would help the economy. I would like more dark, no, shades even, in my army. Because shades are brutal. I don't feel like I have enough shades. On the other hand, I do want some Cold One Dread Knights. So I think I'm going to go for Night Lord. We're going to head back to there. I think Morathi has probably done enough. I think Malekith won't have any more trouble. Well, they are recruiting it again. But hopefully we should... I'm going to assume Malekith can deal with it. Morathi does have a skill point, and we're going to put that in. I quite like... I took Morathi off her mount, and I kind of feel like she works best in the centre of her line. So she's more sort of like a leading from the front kind of gal. So because of that, I'm probably going to want to get... I mean, the Bleak Swords aren't actually a bad unit. They're actually really, really good. So let's buff them up even more. Let's get the Line Breaker. Magic is most useful tool in the field of battle, but generally secondary in the face of good old-fashioned brute force. And Caladriel.
I have brought them ruin.
You have. Good job. Let's go for Piercing Bolts of Burning.
Dreadlord.
And I think...
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
You can't move any further. No. Alright, public order here is better. Military presence is only 5. Let's upgrade to the fighting pits there. I think we could probably get another army, actually. I need to protect Vol's Anvil. So we're going to head down there and do that. Rakal has a skill point. He's level 6. So let's go for... Do I like Deadeye? Yeah, I kind of do. Let's go for Deadeye. Buff up his missile damage. I quite like that. We could get... Mind you, the problem is that we get reduced upkeep when armies are in garrison, so I don't actually know how much I'm spending. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. Oh, you know what? I am going to recruit another. Okay, who we got? So these are some of the units that I disbanded. So Halulian, what's that? Hula. Yeah. Blackstone. So she's level 12. She's a strategist. Let's... I mean, she's got 6 loyalty as well, so let's get her in here.
Master of cruelty, you obey me.
So what skills does she have? She's got Martial Name of Power, Sheath Master, Sadistic, Cold One Knight, Serve or Die, Recruitment Cop. Well, you know, that could actually come in useful. And so what ability did she get? Blackstone, there we go. So physical resistance 10%, enemy success chance minus 10%. So she's quite beefy. She's got a Helm of Discord there. We could give her sort of Strife. And a bodyguard, and a factor, an overseer. That'd be fine. She's also killed Mazdamundi. She's got Sea Legs, Taskmaster, Architect, Strategist. And I'm going to use her to recruit units. So actually that recruitment reduction is going to be pretty good. So I kind of want to recruit some better units for Malekith's army. So he reduces upkeep, but he doesn't have anything that increases the rank of Blackguard for recruiting them. No, okay, that's fine. Just wanted to check that before I recruited anything. So I want a couple of units of Cold One Dread Knights. And what else does Malekith have? So, I like the Reaper Bolt Throwers, like the Dark Shards. Black Ark Corsairs, not... Why do they have the Banner of Murder? Okay, well, we'll get rid of them. Probably the Bleak Swords and Dread Spears. So I just want... Now, mind you, if we're going to be fighting High Elves, they will have a lot of missile units. So actually, those guys are probably pretty useful. Maybe get some shades, though. I'll leave it at that for the moment. And we want to move you next turn. Let's upgrade that. Otherwise, I'm not particularly...
Torture and debauchery await within.
Not particularly... What? Yeah, no, that should be fine. We'll just do that for the moment. Right, unassigned skill point. Tamarith. We're going to give you Assault Garrison, because that's pretty good. Can you just assault those? Good job. Just keep them on their toes. And Adraxis, can you assault the garrison here? So did you? Maybe you're just out of range. And here are not moved Zoram. Just assault them. Just to keep you, you know, don't want you getting rusty. And corruption is dropping there. Here are not moved. Yeah, I don't care about you. Tara, I do want to keep you there. And Stephen Segals is going to join Morathi. There we go. Good stuff. Here are not moved yet, that's fine. Selveth, you are also there, that's good. Unassigned skill point, Zoram. Be a specialist, increase your skill, increase your success chance, and there we go. Right, what's Lothran going to do? Okay, they're sieging that. That's fine. Yeah, I thought you might go to Skiki.
I am not known for my ability to forgive.
You want a peace treaty? Sure. Declare war on me and then ask for peace. That's fine. Mind you, at least the Morathi AI dealt with Hexotl far better than I did.
People will suffer for your clumsy attempts at diplomacy.
You want to declare war on me? You are actually quite strong. I mean, you're only strength rank 28. I mean, pfft. Dark thieves, you must die. Sure. Sure. Plane of spiders, that sounds awful. Oh, Felicions, the curse of Kurnos. A curse has befallen the local forest. One of your lords has begged for the help of Kurnos, a god of the hunt, in order to track down some slaves that have escaped from his estate. However, he neglected to carry out the required sacrifice first. Slay his family. Kurnos demands blood. How quaint! There is ample supply. Executioners slay this lord's family. Have something fitting fashioned from their bones. Holy crap. Well, that'll give us the Wrath of Kurnos, which is a magic missile. Ooh. Missile damage plus 10%, and oh, that's quite nice. We can organise a hunt, which gives bonus experience, Release some slaves. He who returns with the most heads shall have a reward. Or heretic. Kurnos is not worshipped here. Have the forest burned along with the estate and its lord. So owning factions favour corruption is going to increase by 5. And Felicions, despite being burned, will only be wounded. I kind of want... Will Felicion mind having her entire family murdered? I mean... Dark Elves are probably used to it by now, surely? I do kind of want the Wrath of Kurnos as well. Sorry, Felicion. Oh, messy. So we've got a Lord ready for you. Felicion is severe. Yeah, no shit, I can imagine. And we've got the Wrath of Kurnos. Ooh, that's quite nice. Felicion, where are you? There you are. You got 5 loyalty. That's okay. That's fine. Where's Raquel? There's Raquel. Because you have missile damage, don't you? So we can give you... Is it a weapon? Yes. The Wrath of Kurnos. Here we go. So plus 10% missile damage and an ability. That's pretty nice. Let's give you some armor. Oh, we can't give you any armor. Well, actually, who's using it? Granite Stance, Malekith, Blackstone, Morathi, Hagreen. Okay, well, we can't give you anything there, but we can give you a Luckstone? Sure. And a Gravedigger, and an Overseer. Enjoy. Right, let's run for Vol's Anvil, because we want to protect it. And Satilla has got a skill point. So she's got the Cauldron of Blood. So it's not really going to make her a melee character. The Bride of Cain is 10%. Bride of Cain seems pretty good. Or we could get replenished troops, which might be... Let's get replenished troops, because if they take a lot of damage from the High Elf siege, they might need to replenish quickly.
Mother of the Druki.
Ugh. Feral Cold Ones and Feral Bastiliodons. A very interesting army you have there. Let's give Tressa Dance of Death. And otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. Although I'm not very happy with what Clark and Ron are doing at the moment. Right, can you assault the garrison? Failure. Rubbish. But we're going to take attrition. Well, actually, no. It's just for crossing the sea, isn't it? So yeah, so we should be. So we're going to head over. You take any attrition from that? Ooh, a little bit. That's all right.
Do not cease.
Yeah, we want to stay in the shallows, so let's head that direction.
Cruelty
oh, you're taking attrition now. Shoot. Where won't you take attrition then? Okay, well, we'll hide over here. That's better. And then we can land and attack. Malekith, you're going to go to the Fortress of the Damned and replenish. And then we're going to hit the Palace of Princes and wipe it out.
The very air is tainted.
Let's upgrade that.
Nagaroth nobility.
And I want some Hydras. We can't get Hydras here, can we? No. Could get some Harganeth Executioners. Ah, sure, why not? May as well get a couple. Can't hurt. Okay, Zoram has not moved, but you can just assault. Failure, never mind. Shakara, you're not moving. Mitra, you're not moving. Deadwood. What do we need? We need 4. We've got 2. I'll hold off that. Selveth, you're not moving. Upgrade Road of Skulls. Let's upgrade to the Dark. No. Oh, but we'll upgrade these. Done. That's the problem with suddenly getting a massive empire. There's so much to do. Oh, Othron and Kalidor have confederated. You're attacking Skeggy. Yeah, that's to be expected. Oh no! Tamarith has been wounded. Okay, the Beastmen are beating up Clarkarond. That's useful. And then once we've defeated them, I'll wipe the Beastmen out because they will have, you know, they'll no longer be useful to me. Okay, we lost Skeggy, that was to be expected. Tamarith has been wounded, rubbish, he'll be back. We've discovered some beastmen, yeah, okay.
Lord of the Black Tower.
Oh my god, you've got another army, Jesus.
Cease! I am the Witch King.
Right, the sooner we get over here the better. We can kill all of them, that will not be, just won't be an issue. Let's get some public order here.
Favored of the Witch King.
Can we reach
Coming
port?
ashore.
Ah, damn.
Mooring. What?
Let's
The gods
land.
have sent a storm.
And Felicion, or rather Resara, is going to get evasion. Because that moves us closer to the Pit of Shades, which is great. Assault the garrison, success, good job. Can we actually see what the garrison is? No. It's fine, and we're going to give you scavenge, sure. Right, public order here is good. Recruiting units there, one turn left. Maybe I should move Morathi out. We could deal with this army over here.
First sorceress.
I mean, Stephen Seagal, or Seagals. We could give him Manbane. And then the weapon damage is just so good. Let's go for Dark Fen. Oh, and Hawkeye, I think. Okay, we're going to go and save our little rat friends.
Certainly not.
They've got a couple of eagles, some Illyrian reavers. This should not be. This shouldn't be difficult.
Guide us, Kane.
Okay, we've got a Razor Standard, plus 10 weapon damage. We've got a Blood Banner. Passive ability Frenzy. We could give that to... does reduce the melee defense. Screw it. Who needs melee defense? Let's give the Hydra the Blood Banner. It's going to give them more weapon strength, armor piercing damage, Frenzy, and Leadership. We've got Lichbone Pendant, that increases magic resistance and physical resistance. Let's give that to Morathi. The Banner of Murder. We could give that to... let's give that to Tressa. And the Razor Standard we're going to give to those guys, sure.
Morathi commands you. Fight.
I did tell you there would be a little bit of variation at the start, didn't I? And I held true to my word. So we're actually fighting some High Elves for once. And we are at the Fallen Gates battle map, which is pretty cool. So you've got this little bridge here. We do have some Dark Riders flanking around behind, thanks to their Vanguard deployment. Morathi's currently hidden behind this pillar because there's some mage in here who desperately wants to see her dead. So we're going to charge across the bridge. We've got Black Ark Corsairs, we've got the War Hydra. There's Stephen Seagals over there, and Tressa leading the charge. Some great eagles over there. We're going to take a bit of damage, and then we're going to get netted. And the Eagle's going to charge in. That's not particularly great, but Steven Seagal's is taking none of this. He's going to go and roundhouse kick those Great Eagles in the face with a crossbow bolt. And those Eagles are going to go down really quickly. Look at that, they're just being torn to shreds. Over on the left flank, we have engaged. Here comes the Bleak Swords, Black Ark Corsairs against his Spearmen. Morathi is debuffing and buffing our troops. She doesn't have Pit of Shades yet, otherwise I would have totally dropped that right there. It's unfortunate. The Dark Riders moving into position so we can get some good charges on these rear units. The right flank has been freed up from the net of Amintok and can now charge. And this Hydra is really nasty with its frenzy attack. Plus it's 3 gold chevron as well. Dark Riders have charged in, and the War Hydra is going to seal the deal. And these Alarian Reavers not going to enjoy that. I'm going to try and break and run. Dark Shard dealing with some of the ranged units over there. And we've got this blob over here completely surrounded. Morathi's got in there as well. Up to 9 kills already. Another War Hydra is going to charge in and basically just wreck face. There we go, they debuffed. So they've got we've got Murder's Prowess, we've got Flaming Sword, Life Leeching there, and the enemy have Soul Blight on them, so that's reduction in weapon damage and armour. And as you can see, they've pretty much broken and run. I think the Hydra basically was the hair that broke or the straw that broke the camel's back. They were utterly surrounded, and then you get mauled by a 5-headed giant monstrosity that can breathe fire. That's probably at the point you decide to explore other employment opportunities. And the Dark Shards are pointing in this direction, so that as the High Elves try and run through their lines, they get a quick shank, and then any who do get away get shot in the back. Well, that's wiped out a High Elf army and also assisted our little rat buddies. So,
wretches away.
Indeed.
Power blooms within me.
Unwise.
I think even the Skaven should be able to finish that off. We've got an overseer. Good. Can we finish? No, we can't chase him up. Never mind. But Morathi does have a skill point, which, fingers crossed. Hang on, where are we? There we are. Bit of shades. There we go. That's what I'm doing.
Let all tremble.
So Skaven should be, even that army should be able to finish off that pitiful High Elf force there. Surely.
Dreadlord of Nagaro.
Let's get Rakal in Val's Anvil. I think Clarkarond should be fine, but just in case, let's get some walls. I mean, we do have. Oh, we don't have that building yet, do we? Because it's not rank 5. Shoot. Because I wanted that, because that gives you 3 War Hydras as garrison, which is bloody amazing. Okay, well we'll just have to leave that for the moment. We recruited. Nope, one more turn there. We moved over there. We can come down and assist. Next turn. Good. Right, what else we got? Zoram has got a skill point. Let's give him to Assault to buff that up, and Malekith can finish off the Palace of Princes next turn.
Mixing spells.
Shakara, you don't need to do anything. Mitara, you don't need to do anything. I'm going to save that. Selveth, you don't need to do anything. Road of Skulls, again we're going to hold off. Doomglades. Well, we're going to lose Hag Hall very soon by the looks of it. Mind you,
Unlikely.
we might hold. Let's assume that we'll hold. And that case, I want walls there, because I think as soon as we declare war on Clarkarond, it's going to get a bit messy over here. But I need to hold Val's Anvil, because that 10% reduction in upkeep is just too good to lose. Okay, so running out of time, but next episode we're going to hit the Palace of Princes, finish off the Agol once and for all. What do I do about these guys? Maybe I can just ignore them. Maybe. And then we've got to rush southward and back up Mummy Dearest, because, you know, she can obviously handle herself, but there is a lot of High Elves down here that desperate need of being brutally murdered. So that's where we're going to have to leave it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.